A little time away from it all will be good for you. That's the thought which led you to finding yourself in a tiny village with an easy pace. And you, of course, fall into that pace easily. Lazy days in the sun, the beach sand warming your bones and restoring your soul. Day by day, you find yourself enjoying the charming town. Many rocks form a nice bay, a lovely place where bright fish frolic. And you can see this bay from the window, the balcony of your suite at the local inn. So you watch it at night, the moon growing fuller each day as your trip proceeds. And you notice something strange. Well, you noticed it yesterday, but taking advantage of it was made difficult. The shore is home to so many treasures. A jewelled music box, an antique brooch, an entire cabinet in shockingly pristine condition, and other gorgeous finds. Take note that on the beach you find, lest you leave something behind. This was the sing-song a young girl repeated over and over as you stared at the strange treasures, her voice following you up and down the beach, her dark, empty eyes following your progress. And so, you went back to your hotel room empty-handed. Despite the impulse to take just one or two or a few such glorious souvenirs of your relaxing vacation. You do nothing, but you'd hate to leave something behind. Staying in the hotel, washing off the sand and salt at the end of the day. Lying in your huge bed with its coral pink silk covers, and looking out at the beautiful beach. Seeing all of those things shining and just sitting there, no one taking any. Oh well, none of your business. Every place has its customs, and when in Rome, and this is such a soothing vacation spot. You begin to settle in for the evening, and with your eyes closed, you begin to nod off. There's no telling, a short time, a long time, some intermediary between waking and resting. A voice ascends from the beach below your balcony. Not a voice, a song, distant, touching you only lightly, a sound which enters your mind and keeps you just where you are. Any impulse to go look is completely muted. You should stay just where you are and listen. You should stay just where you are and relax. Relax, moment by moment. Warm words washing over you, submerging you. Your whole body submerged in the purity of the sound. The sound suffuses you, fills you until bursting, your mind awash, washed, diluted. Enough dilation on song and sweetness, on swell and salt, that you melt away. all the parts you needn't have. Only the strongest parts, the parts you love, parts you aspire to remain. Heady and warm, mind and body melting away. Less and less of you, more and more of the sound. The sound is profound, the sound is all around, the sound is everything you need, the sound is nourishing. You feed your mind, your ears, your soul on the sound as your body melts away. Hear our song and crave our way. You thrash a little under the covers, enjoying the heat and blood flow, the way your eyes flutter closed. Trapped yet safe. A song from the waves emerges, rises. Your body throbs as the sound speaks of change. You do rise slowly and walk to your balcony and look down at the beach. Nothing but the waves upon the stones. Nothing but the whoosh of the salt and the spray. Nothing in your mind but the most glistening, preserved, desired remnants. Nothing of memory or body or knowledge except the joyful parts. And there, glinting, down on the beach, and in your mind, something shiny, silvery, surface black like a piece of the night's sky, on the beach amid the other trinkets. Its gorgeous, opalescent handle and flat, perfect, unscratched surface. It makes the lesser treasures you stumbled past earlier seem like nothing. And before knowledge even makes its way into your puppeted, happily humming mind, you are meandering down. And the pearl-handled mirror, which reflects you in an interesting way. You've never so much enjoyed looking at yourself as you did when you picked it up with a smile. And you put it on your desk in your room. Happy, in flow, in blankness. It was late, dark. No one saw. It's yours, and local customs were not going to keep you from it. Hard to know where that powerful sense of ownership, of need, came from, but you had to retrieve the mirror, and now, oh, when you lay down, the mirror propped up on your nightstand, so you can glance into it and see your face in the moonlit surface. But when you laid down, the singing intensified more and more, bouncing off the mirror, filling the room, inflating you, filling you through. You feel euphoric and billowed up, louder, rising up, and it's covering you, washing you over. Your breathing feels warm, constant, steadier, easier to take in air than ever before. You breathe so steadily, warmly, with your whole body. running your hands over your skin, which feels smooth and sublime in the moonlit resonance of this gorgeous room. It isn't long before you truly fall asleep. Warm, thrumming, your body abuzz, your mind melted away. There's only the thoughtless pleasure of existing here in your touch, your caress. It is more than sleep, it is more than regeneration. Your body throbs beneath the sheets, your hands rove over your chest, and you feel the soft scales on your hands, arms, no, the smooth skin. You were really out of it. That was one intense dream. But all of it is fading away now. You decide you must get up. You simply must go shower. Water on your skin. Warm water would feel nice. Does feel nice. Oh, you're already there. Already running your hands down. The song finds its way through the walls, through the water, conducts more finely in the warmth, singing in your mind, your soul, your bones. You see the world through a greenish tinge, the water covering you, flowing. You run your fingers through long, silky hair, down your sides. How you're quite tender on your right side and left, both just under the ribs. You carefully avoid those spots. Not that the sensation was unpleasant, just strange. And then you run your hands down your thighs, down your legs, smooth, smooth, curved. Every inch of your skin is so smooth, and you lose yourself in just touching. The warm spray is sublime, though you always feel a flare of regret when it runs off of you until the next drop, the next. Distantly, you are aware that the sun has risen and is bathing your balcony in its glow. You know that back in your bedroom, the mirror on your bedside table is reflecting slivers of that light, though you aren't sure how you know. Sublime pleasure creeps from the way you touch yourself. The pleasure rises and then holds in your head, your scalp, in the long fall of your hair, down your gentle curves. Your hips move, swinging left and right. The pleasure of this scenario growing. Every second you are being washed clean. You feel the day before, the life before, the mind before, melting away, vanishing away. There is only your body, the hot water, and your mind coming to terms with the vague memory of a persistent song. The day is nicer than the one before. No one could have noticed you dared to take a treasure from the beach, but you feel no urge to press your luck. And besides, with the beautiful mirror sitting there. You run your fingertips over it. The glass is so smooth, and the pearl of its handle so sublime that it feels faintly cool, almost wet, but of course your fingers come away dry. You notice your fingers feel smooth too, smoother when you touch them, and your legs. When considering where your day will take you, where to head now, there is only one answer in your mind. The song filling your mind, the truth of you. You put on something to wear, noticing how nicely your top falls over your chest, noticing how your hands linger on your hips, smiling. You've always liked your incisors slightly pointed, and the way your eyes slit to cat pupils when you're alone and safe. Yes, you've always liked when touching yourself, your fingers linger on those two sensitive spots on your sides. It feels good, tingly, shivery, but it can wait. Everything can wait. You want to go somewhere else, and that is why you are wearing clothing, pulling the shirt down against your pointed, perky nipples, wiggling your hips pleasantly, and heading out the door toward your destination, toward the beach. The warm sand underfoot feels good, keeping you awake, alert, and focused. You carry on through until you sit right at the edge of the beach, where the water can wash over your feet. Putting your feet together so the water washes over them. Euphoric, mind open. It feels like you might be washed away. You lay back and let your fingers play down your sides, onto your thighs, over your legs, rubbing your thighs together. You're the only one on the beach at this hour. The only one in the whole world, it might feel like. And you lay there. The sound of wind striking the rocks around the bay, echoing back. It rings like a bell. You see other trinkets on the beach, but none compare to your mare, waiting back in your room. A snatch of song, half remembered, then all forgotten, reaches your mind, and the day winds away. You dream, not of lying on the beach, but of being gone, deep, out, under the waves, swimming, blinking, not the exterior eyelid, but a second screening set behind, underneath. The beauty of just blinking and seeing clearly in the green, blue, underwater world. The waves eventually wash higher over your bare legs, higher. But some part of you says, now. Not now. Not yet. You rise, letting the last rays of the warm sun wash over your sides, over the warm intake of breath. Back to your room, time to rest. To rest with the mirror shimmering. You scarcely remember the meal, remember rest, but you remember the rest of the song. It fills your head just as your thoughts empty out. Your mind goes and the voice comes in, the ephemeral distant hum, the message from beyond. And yet, it is different than the first night, different than the time you went out to the beach and retrieved your new obsession. The song is bouncing off the silvery surface of the pearl mirror, which reflects you so attractively. You look better in the mirror than you remember looking ever. But when you look at yourself in any mirror, you look better than you remember looking. Maybe it's just you. The song tempting you. It would be so much easier if you knew what it wanted you to do. But knowing that would ruin it all. You need to arrive at this knowledge in the right time. Let it work through you. Let it puppet you. You faintly smell salt and spray, the warmth of the ocean and the beach sands. And it is on this song-made scent, song-made to taste. One hand slides over your sides. Somehow, you know to touch those sensitive spots. Oh, there are small, closed protrusions there. This sparks you to look, but not to stop touching. You keep stimulating gills, your gills, multiple slits on each of your sides, and so sensitive. To touch them is like a kiss across your whole nervous system. A light flaring from deep inside you spreads between your legs, and the wave breaks across the surface. Then, a second sensation, after some time of writhing and grinding your hips, a sensation of your whole body being glossy, shining, perfection. The mirror on the side table, it's shining. Light is touching it across the midline. Down you, down your farm, down the middle of you, a spreading heat, the moonlight transmitted into you, mirroring the touch. The sound continues, a distant song, flying through you, travelling on the light. Your body changes, shifts. The softness and shine of the scales takes all your thoughts away. Some webbing spreads in the fingers between. You wonder how well you could swim. You feel your toes moving, rubbing against each other, and you dream of water and how the elongation would help you swim. You dream of the voice, the music you now hear for its true nature, a gorgeous woman's voice calling you. Warmth of water, sweetness of the waves, sunning yourself with your feet in the water. Simple and easy, and somehow you know when you go out no one will notice, only you can see the mirror's wonderful trick which hides your unveiling true nature. Maybe something was hiding your true nature even from you until now. You imagine how it will be, sunbathing tomorrow, swarming up the beach as the water comes in, only able to be comfortable while some part of you is in it, your feet or to wash water over your gills. You awaken, truly awaken to what you need to do. Brought back, drawn back, and staring into the ocean before long. You had not thought it would be so soon. Warm, sublime submergence, webbing, scales, the impression of weightlessness, perfection. Breathing as calm and clear as you have in the air on the beach. As calm and steady as when you were merely sun basking. And there, in the water, nude, glittering, bare. Their tails, tails. Of course, the songs, not sirens, which you had feared in some corner of your mind, but mermaids. You are harm. They caress your sides, your soft scaled legs. They touch you, and you are among them, held tightly, hands all over you, at least 3 of them, moving perfectly in the water. Trapped between them, and finally free. You did leave something behind. Your life before, farm and nature. Anything but this smooth silken scale, this soft, oversensitive chest, these lips meeting theirs. At once you are an impression rather than a person. Everything about being under hair is more comfortable than before, and you're not too far from shore. You moan, surprised to hear it echo and doppler away into a soundless sigh of pleasure beneath the water which you can hear bouncing, echoing back at you. The woman meets your gaze and giggles. You were worried we would hurt you. You'd heard the legends. Of course you had. But do you not remember the first night? Someone we intend to drown beneath the waves would have come rushing out of your silly building right down to the shore, not rolled and enjoyed, and been shown the mirror. We didn't want to tempt you away to be a male.
Beneath the waves.
Well, not that kind. We just wanted to serenade you, to welcome you as our new sister,
Mermaid you'll be.
ours, our own, with us.
You're all you need
When
you're
you
at
want to
sea.
join, of course. It will take more than one trip washing yourself in these waters. A great many. You could come a dozen more nights and still you'd only have these. She presses a palm to your gills on the right side, making you shake with intense pleasure. And a few scales on your legs. But with some time, you could find yourself right where you belong, where you always have belonged. This is your place, in our arms, between us, laying down, drifting with us. Come to our palace down below. Why would we go to the trouble of changing you, teaching you, asking you, caressing you? The beauty of your true form was too much for us to resist, too much for us to wait. The mirror showed us your face, night by night, day by day, and we could only wait this long, this short duration. Introducing your changes slowly, so they will be safe. We craved you so, need you now, want you to come down.
All you need when you're at sea.
But for now, frolic here in the shallows. Learn to use your tail, learn to touch our skin. Learn your new pleasures. Pulse and twitch for me, so we may be together in our pleasure, as we already are together in our farms. I feel it when you experience that. I feel it when you feel that.
All you need when you're at sea.
Oh yes, look. The changes are increasing.
Join the song.
A few more times and all will be done. All will be as it should be.
Dance and twirl beneath.
Looking under the green water, everything is covered with a special and pleasing significance. You swing legs, feeling, knowing. If only you had a tail like hers, and your whole body groans, creaking with intention, with craving for her, with craving for her form, with craving for your true form. The mirror's reflection, oozing light into your head.
Beneath the waves.
The mirror's reflection, massaging and caressing your skin.
Sink and dive.
Breathing is steady, still calm, but the air around your gills is tingling. Your long hair floats in the water, and she grabs a handful of it, pulls your head back so she can kiss and nibble at your neck. You groan. The craving left simmering, left at the surface. You're still filled with it, and every time you've gotten near, that has been the craving, growing beyond containment, beyond escape, beyond repair. With craving for what she is, as she swims away, slow, looking back,
Sink and dive.
and you still have another week's vacation
Remedial